Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp.
Oh, hi, Jenny.
How are you?
Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
Back to
Good.
ties.
Yeah.
You know what they say about ties? They're like kissing your sister, and I never kissed my sister.
No,
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Did you kiss your sister?
She wish she didn't have a bigger brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, one named Skip. Yeah, you like that?
That you just said a true statement, actually.
I like it. It looks nice.
Thank you, Jenny.
Then the All Black Friday.
Why you can't, hold on.
Are
Why
you rolling your
be,
eyes already?
Why Jenny can't be nice to me?
I can give compliments around here.
You can't nobody be nice to anybody but you. Jenny say, that's
I
nice,
think the
Jenny.
black looks
Insincere
nice as well.
compliments work. I like those.
No, Jenny's
That's how we
very
do it
sincere.
around here?
Jenny's very sincere.
All right, okay. It's been noted, Skip. We have a lot to get to
Thank you,
today on the show. Zion and Duke back in action tonight, but will they go down? And then Skip's guy, Manu Ginobili, is he an all-time
Manu.
great? We're going to talk about him. But let's start with some big NFL moves. The NFC East got some new additions yesterday. The Cowboys traded a draft pick to the Dolphins for defensive end Robert Quinn. Quinn had 6.5 sacks for Miami last year and is nearly 70 in his career.
Wow.
And in Philly, the Eagles traded a pick to Chicago for running back Jordan Howard. Howard had 9 rushing TDs last season, but he also had under 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. So, Shannon,
Yes.
after these moves, who is the better team right now, the Cowboys or the Eagles?
Well, the Eagles were the better team before they made this move.
Oh, really?
And they leave out of this as the better team, Skip Bayless.
Wait, who won the division last year?
Okay.
Well, who beat the Eagles twice last year? So you're leaping to what from that? What? Okay. What?
I just wanna-
I don't get it. Go ahead.
I just want to be able to get to one point before you go to
Well, I just have to correct the mistakes that you made.
You're going to have an opportunity to do all the corrections you like. I like the Eagles, Skip, because if you look at them, when they went to and won the Super Bowl, they were third in the league in rushing. They had Jay Ajayi, they had LeGarrette Blount. And I thought last year they went from third the previous year all the way down to 28. And I think they put too much pressure on Wentz and too much pressure on Foles when he came in to be able to just throw the football in order for them to win the game. Howard, people might not know this, he's third in the league in rushing since he's entered the NFL. Now, I think what kind of scared Chicago is that his yards per carry started to dip. Went to the Pro Bowl as a rookie, over 1,300 yards, 1,100 his second year. He was 937, I think, but he had 9 touchdowns. I like this move, Skip. He's a 2-down back. Now you can pass it off to Clement. You can pass it off to Smallwood. They still have the table open, the door open for Sproles. That says open invitation if you'd like to come back. Now, I get it, Skip. You're looking at it from a DeMarcus Lawrence standpoint, like, okay, you're going to put Robert Quinn with DeMarcus Lawrence because we're going to lose Randy Gregory. But the guy that you're hoping you're getting, we haven't seen him since 2014. That was his last double-digit sack year. He's fallen off every year since then. 2014, that was a long time. As a matter of fact, 2014, Jen, I was unemployed. That's how long ago that was. Yes, it was.
Wasn't that long.
It was a long time ago.
I can't imagine you without
I was without a job.
A scary thought.
Skip Bayless threw me a lifeline, and ta-da, here I am, busted him up.
Lucky us.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Neither did he.
I like the Eagles before they signed Howard. I like the Eagles after they signed Howard. Because remember, Skip, they also got D-Jack. And they got the biggest acquisition, Healthy Walking to him. That was the biggest move, Healthy Walking to him coming into the 2019 season. I like the Eagles before. I like the Eagles after. I'm going to like the Eagles during the 2019 season.
Who's walking to him? I don't know.
You know who that is. Carson Walking to him Wentz.
Oh, that guy. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
I thought maybe he retired. I don't know what happened to
Still
him.
going?
He's going to retire the Cowboys this season.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. My turn?
Yes.
Sure.
Really? Is that all you got?
I got more.
For you, that was a record short opening salvo.
No.
Right? What happened?
Because I'm going to try to get
I think you have no ammo on this. I think you just admitted you lost this debate even before I start.
I'm trying to get as many blows upside your head as I possibly can, so I figure if I go short.
I got a hard head. It's a lot of blows.
You do.
I know I do. So, my man Jerry Jones finally woke up. He finally got busy. He staged a furious, cost-effective, smart rally, and he blew right past those Philadelphia Eagles in the offseason. And my Dallas Cowboys are now back in business. I kept pounding this desk saying, Jerry, wake up. You got to do something. And he did a whole bunch of small but big somethings. So I'm going to just frame this for you. So my Cowboys won the division last year. Then they went and won a playoff game. That's a big step in the progress direction. You know, the next year you win another one and then, right?
They won the Super Bowl.
Okay, there we go. And they did beat the Eagles, as I just mentioned, twice last year. And then they turned right around and beat the Eagles in the offseason. The Cowboys were already clearly better than the Eagles, and now they are more better than the Eagles.
No,
let me count the ways.
Okay.
Because the key to this is what you didn't mention. The Eagles lost so much more than the Cowboys lost. And let's start with the Eagles lost their best quarterback. They lost Nick Foles.
No, they didn't.
He was just clearly a better quarterback by all measures, by eye test, by anybody who's unemotionally unattached to this. You just sit back and say, well, that guy just plays quarterback better than that guy has played quarterback.
What doctor checking your eyes if you think Foles better than Wentz?
I got 2015 LASIK. And I got better TVs than you have. I don't know why, because I always see clearly.
You got the rabbit TV.
Yeah, but you don't even listen to your sound, and I think you're just lost because you're not hearing what's being said. So Nick Foles is gone. Do you realize what that's going to do next year to Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Do you realize how quick these fans are in Philly to boo the quarterback? Mm-hmm. Do you realize what's going to happen the first bad game that he has, and he will have a bad game because he does struggle from time to time. He's certainly no bust, but he ain't no Dak Prescott.
Better.
And he's going to have a bad game. I will predict in the first 3, he'll have one abysmal game. And watch and listen. You ought to turn up your sound on that game to what happens, because he's going to get booed out of the stadium because every Philly fan is going to say, Nick Foles never did that. Nick Foles took us to a Super Bowl. He was the Super Bowl MVP.
He stopped that, Skip. He played 3 games in the 4 games the last month of the season. What about the previous 3 months?
What about the games he played? Were they not of magnitude? Were they not all-time greatness against Jenny's Vikings?
But you're trying to diminish September, October, and November.
Whoa. Well, all that mattered were the playoff runs that he had, 2 straight playoff runs where you just sat back and said, wow, that's all time. And he's gone, and he left that bar in that locker room way up here. He left a shrine in Chris Long's locker, a shrine. He left a legacy of greatness that Foles can counter only with a story in PhillyVoice.com that says that he's actually an overrated leader.
Can we stop with this legacy of greatness? Mm-hmm. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Peyton Manning. Stop with this legacy of greatness.
He was a magic man.
He had an Eli Manning or a Joe Flacco run. Can we agree on that?
Here's your worst nightmare. What if Nick Foles goes to Jacksonville and puts them right back on the Super Bowl contention map? Where is that going to leave you from Monday to Monday on this show? Because that Jacksonville team could haunt you almost as much as Mark Brunell's did back in, what was that, the 1996 playoffs? Right?
96 season,
it was early 97?
Yes.
What was the score of that game? 30-27.
Don't worry about what the score was, Skip.
Shannon Sharp in that game. It was at Denver, a divisional round playoff game. Shannon Sharp, big play Shay, had 2 catches for all of 31 yards in that game, and you lost at home to Jacksonville.
Did I get a tub?
You got a tub.
I got a tub on it.
Yeah, you know every stat by heart, don't you?
I had a drop 2 on a 2-point conversion.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, thank you for adding that. Well, I think you've dropped the ball on Carson Wentz. So the problem is he's under huge pressure that will only mount if Nick Foles does what I think he's going to do in Jacksonville. So that will be an increasing negative in Philly because the pressure will only mount. He's going to feel like he's got the Liberty Bell on his shoulder pad.
You do.
And that Liberty Bell is a big old ugly heavy thing.
Yeah,
right?
he cracked it his second year in the league. But anyway, you do know he also raised the bar on himself going to Jacksonville because he's viewed as a savior. Mm-hmm. Now, once he falters, like I believe he's going to, then, Roseman, you made the right decision.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
And then dare I mention Michael Bennett? He was your best pass rusher last year, and he's now in New England. That's a huge loss.
Oh, he was better than Brandon Graham?
I think he is better. He was last year.
They get Barnett
Brandon
back?
Graham 2 years ago looked like he was just...
What about Fletcher? Cox?
Aging. That whole defense.
He's barely 30.
Okay. Do you realize that defense last year was 23rd in yards allowed and 12th in points allowed? I'll give you that. But it used to be top 5.
They'll get back.
23rd in yards?
They'll get back. They'll get the cornerback that was injured last. They had a lot of injuries last year. But you won't talk. I want you to talk. Don't worry about the quarterback. I want you to talk.
How about the linebacker you lost, Jordan Hicks? Do you realize Pro Football Focus ranked Jordan Hicks as the #1 free agent linebacker on the market? And he went to Arizona along with T. Sizzle. Yeah. Jordan Hicks is gone. That's a gaping hole in your linebacker core that I don't think you've filled. And I'm a big Golden Tate fan.